Yay!
Our story continues as our party of adventurers travel back down into the island where the Templars are, and through a series of teleporting mishaps, it seems that they finally found some way to arrive onto the docks. Shortly upon their arrival, they found so far an abandoned fishing hut and what seems like very loose, not very dense woods. And during their stay there, as they tried to recuperate from their troubles, Goop had learned how to fish. Uh, Brackmar had lost one fishing rod. Lisbeth was able to burn the fish that Goop had caught. And just as you were all about to rest, a stranger comes in and greets you and says that upon your arrival, or at least prior to your arrival, there had been strange happenings on the island. And it seems that this person or individual is a member of the Templars, but a relatively new one. And while he was out hunting and foraging for food, it seems that something had happened towards Templar inside their main, um, almost close
Oh,
to an abbey. Not really a temple, despite being a Templar. It's closer to what looks like an abbey. And from there, you had planned on resting for the night, and then in the morning, he would be taking you towards the location where the other Templars were. For brevity's sake, we'll skip through the night. So if you haven't yet, you can click long rest, and we will begin our story just as dawn begins.
Oh, before that,
So for yeah,
Frigis, did you want a spell or not?
oh no, I'm already done.
Okay, okay, alright.
As you see, during the night, Fidget is chain casting a spell into the ring. Like a bunch of shields popping up, a bunch of mirror image, and then all of the arcane energy got sucked into the ring as I finished casting the spell.
Okay.
all right,
Also,
okay.
I lost an eye last time, so
That's
Oh
true.
yeah. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I
I
forgot to
forgot.
tell
That's
you.
right.
We can't heal your eye cause we don't have holy water. Maybe we can look inside the
yeah.
temple. Might have a bottle,
Yeah.
since yeah, dated like, 1888
Mhm.
Okay.
like wine.
All right. Okay. As Frigis begins to sleep with her single eye closed, or at least meditate, you can't help but feel the absence of your physical eyeball from one of your sockets. And it's so strange because as you move around, it's very difficult for you. You constantly bump into like corners of door frames and things that are far you think is near, or things that are near you think are far. And the depth perception has become rather difficult for you. Um, it seems that the stranger that you met was also able to converse with Goop. I don't recall if you guys asked for his name.
I think we do. I think he told me his name. It's oh boy. I think he told us his name before, but I don't remember.
Well,
Is it
for brevity's sake,
Hakim?
yes. Okay, so yeah. So just as it was Hakim, and he had just informed you about what's going on in the island, and that he's only been with the Abbey for 4 years, whereas other people have been there for like their entire lives. And he says that if there is any information that you seek, it's most likely within the temple, within the archives of the Templars, and that's your best bet so far. The rest of the night passes. Ragnar was able to sleep by the boat that he had now propped up against a couple of trees, and the rest of
Didn't
the
we didn't we join in the house because I brought down air, the tiny
I
hut and the alarm?
I seem to remember Brackmar coming in, but I don't recall if he slept there as well.
No, because
Okay,
if I slept there, that would mean I put the boat upside down for nothing.
okay.
Got to face like that.
So he joined the meeting and then left.
Yes.
All right. But the rest of the party members are here. Hakim did not sleep with you. He says that he'll find you in the morning, and upon daybreak, he will come and find you. So rest well tonight, so that tomorrow you will be able to face the dangers of the day, or at least that's what he says. And unless there's anything else you'd like to do, we can call it a day for that, and click long rest, and then we'll start the adventuring day upon the break of dawn. Okay. So, Kel, you're here, right? You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Um, just as everyone had finished resting, Frigis is heavy in meditation, having a difficult time because of the lack of her eye. The others, for the first time, also are resting here as well. Brakmar seems to be quite at home. It's a relatively moist earth, pretty close to a swamp because you're so close to shore, so close to the water, I mean, coastline. And the rest of you sleep easy, although uncomfortable, with nightmares of the tentacle creature that had just attacked and almost taken the life, or had taken the life of one of your friends, but brought back through the use of the arcane weave. Before the sun even rises up high above you, Brakmar, you begin to feel this gentle touch onto your shoulder. And just from the strength that's pushing you back and forth, it already clicks in your mind that it's probably Hakim. What do you do?
I look behind me just in case.
Him?
Yeah, it's him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's wake up the others.
Okay. You can see that he's dressed in pretty much just basic white garb. He has one sleeve coming in through, and there's just a belt, and you can see pretty much the side of his body. It's almost like a Roman robe. The scholars, the type of robes Roman scholars would wear. It's pretty similar to that, but you can see it's got some wear and tear. He has a small stick with him and a small leather pouch that's sort of just slung across his shoulder. And he points towards the house, gesturing you to wake them up, not him. And as you look around, there's absolutely no sign of day yet.
Take my armor because I need to equip it. Get to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up. Just kick it a couple of times.
He kicked the door.
I'm, prob-
Does it
I'm
like fall
probably
in?
up already.
No, it doesn't
Yeah.
fall in.
Yeah, Frigis probably only needs 4 hours.
Bragma kicked the door.
He kicks it, but it doesn't break down or anything like that.
Well, just to make noise. So it flips.
Do.
Who is it? Show yourself.
Wake up.
Oh. You could have just knocked.
My arms are occupied. They're equipping the armor. Which
Didn't
is
Hakim say we'll be
heaven
leaving?
sized.
Didn't he say we'll be leaving during the day? Like, it's not even day yet.
The night is over.
The night is young and... No, I mean the night is long and full of terror. Oh wait, no, the night is long and full of terror. Yes, that's the one.
Reach your invocations first thing in the morning.
I'll wake up the others.
Yeah, I think I'll probably start to stir from the yapping. Oh, yeah, I'll wake up and it's like, I look outside the window and it's like, it's still dark.
I don't
Make a
know.
perception check, Lisbeth, as you say this.
I think he's being weird again.
Hang on.
Does the
where's
magical
perception?
ooze even sleep? I just like throw a piece of food at it.
23.
Just as you do. Okay, so for Lisbeth, first you look by the water, since you're so close to the water, and you see just a sliver of light coming through the horizon. It's the beginning of dawn, but it's not actually at the peak of it yet.
Are we?
And as you, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, are we trying to till the soil while it's wet? What are we doing up so late? So early. But yeah, I get up and get ready. Yep, as you.
You can see Lisbeth standing up and complaining, recalling from her farming experience about tilling the soil, done early in the morning when the soil is still wet and moist. but you can see Brakmar throwing a stick towards the ooze. And the ooze, which was large and, well, not large, but 3 feet tall and humanoid in form, while resting, was just a pile of goop onto the floor.
Where's
Uh,
Goop?
Goop, you
Why is
feel a
there?
stick hit you. What do you do?
I wake up kind of alarmed
Mm-hmm.
and goop goop goop.
Like
Yes,
did he just forms?
Yeah, so he was just like water on the floor, and then he just whoop, he's humanoid now.
So he does sleep.
uh, I go to
Strange.
fridges and then
Uh, Goop,
I do this.
Goop, Goop. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Goop.
I have no idea how to converse with him.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I
Do
wish
you
I
want to
learned
Rary's
comprehend
bond
land.
again?
Oh yeah, right. We can do that. But do we have
Goop.
time though? It takes like 10 minutes. Maybe we should just go. I'll take
I
10
mean,
minutes.
it depends. Might be
How
easier if we see something that we can't say out loud, right? I mean, everyone will be
Hmm.
in on the telepathy, which
Yeah.
means we include
Hakim.
the. Yeah, do we?
I think we
Hakim,
should.
how far away are we from the temple?
So we are about, from my recollection, about 4 to 5 hours.
Oh.
But if we walk fast and we have no trouble, then probably we can get there by 2.5. But we must make haste.
Let's wait until we're 30 minutes away. That way we
All right.
can
Yeah,
communicate
that would be better.
while stuff is happening.
All right, Goop, let's go.
All right. You can see Goop doing this as a gesture.
What does
Uh,
what does that mean? Like, does he want to sleep more? We can wait. We can put him in the water skin, like when he sleeps, right? And then we can just kind of suck him up into the water skin, and that way we can carry him.
yeah, he's too much of a volume for it. Like you need, if you had a barrel, then yeah, sure, or a keg, 3 feet tall volume. Like what? That's probably about like at least 80 pounds of water.
What happened
Ish.
if we separated separate some parts of him from the rest of his body while he's still asleep?
You
Does
can
he
certainly
know?
try. As you're puzzling towards the anatomy of Goop, Hakim moves further away from the door and he gestures his staff towards you. He says, "Let us go."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Let's go.
He moves past the forest, and moving past the forest, it's very early in the day, and from here, uh, you can see occasionally after about 30 minutes of walking, he uses his stick to sort of whack all the nearby brushes. Uh, Instead of traveling in a straight line, every time there's a brush nearby or a bush nearby, he deviates from the main path and whacks it a couple of times, and then moves towards the other brush and whacks it a couple of times. And he seems to be very intent on doing this whenever there's a large body of flora or fauna. I'm not sure which one it is, but basically, when there's a large brush, he goes towards it and whacks it and just makes sure there's nothing inside. He continues to travel deep into the forest, and so far, what you've noticed is that there's absolutely no land animals here. Occasionally, just like in the soundtrack, you hear birds chirping just above you, and the trees here grow rather tall for about maybe 60 to 80 feet in height. They're rather thin trees to the point that if you were to stand behind them, you could still see the sides of your arms. But they would be providing you half cover at least. And after traveling for 30 minutes to 1 hour, you could see that Hakim suddenly stops and he gestures his hand up here. And now that there is a bit of daylight that peeks down through the trees, he closes his hand and just does this. He goes down to the ground, touches the soil, stands up, and moves closer to the party. And he gestures, or at least he whispers, "Some of the creatures have been here." I don't know if that picked up.
Yeah, he
Like,
did.
what kind of creatures have you been encountering before? Fiends?
Not ones that I've seen prior to the incident inside the temple. I've I've hunted here before. There were foxes and badgers and beavers, but now it is rather scarce. It is difficult to find any land animal at all. It seems that the creatures that came from within the temple maybe had some way of seeping out and now are hunting all the creatures nearby as well. Take a look at this. He points towards the soil, and from the soil, this is the type of footprint that you see, with these obviously being some part of the nails. So it's almost like a hoof.
Oh.
It's tri-pointed, and with the middle one extending much further than the others.
Can I try to use my arcane knowledge uh to form an educated guess as
Sure.
to
Sure. Arcana or history actually should be fine, whichever you would prefer.
bam 25?
Oh. For the 25, you've seen this before because you've actually fought some of these creatures before, and you notice this is a feature of those creatures when you encountered them previously. And these are the footprints of the beetle-like demons that you fought inside
Oh, the mansion?
Maliaveli's, yes, Maliaveli's mansion.
Oh
The
no.
tridents that shoot orange lasers.
Oh no. Like
What?
my eye goes wide and then
Your eye, just one.
my eye goes wide.
I
We're
miss it
in
because
deep
I'm on the
shits
blind
now.
eye side.
Oh Hakim, we're in deep shits now.
What do you mean? You know what this is?
Yeah, very much so. Me and Lisbeth, we fought these types of creatures before. They have thick skin, so they are rather impervious to piercing weapons, and they are they they are quite adept in dealing with cold damage. So pretty much 60% of my arsenals became useless to them.
I see.
Which one is
So are
that?
you both the rapier and the magic? And he says, "I see you've faced them, yes. Some of us who had survived previously, I saw another hunter here. His name was Garael, and he had fought them, but his bows and arrows would just glance off their skin. That is why I wield this." And he has like a staff, and at the very end of this, just like this big circular part. It was probably a tree branch
Oh.
of some sort. It seems that they do not respond well to blunt force. If you hit them, you can hear almost layers of their skin or their carapace crack.
Wait.
If
Oh,
we
no.
just survive them, it's probably not that dangerous. Should be fine.
I mean, we have this other guy who has that sword that Lisbeth is carrying, and he practically does like most of the work.
Oh yeah, it was the time when Andrew was not with us anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was in the mansion, right? Or did she leave just before? I don't know. You see, Brockmon, usually he walks with his crow's beak for the point forward because he stabs things. But as you explained that, he put it more on his shoulder backwards so he can swing with the hammerhead. on
Okay.
it.
Okay. What about the rest of you? What do you do?
Pull out my sword.
Yeah, I get ready my weapon. Um,
I before I guess would have been like 10 to 15 feet behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Now what I'm gonna do is still stay 10 feet behind him, but have an echo on his right. Just follow him.
Okay. So you're still gonna let him lead, but you have an echo right next to it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. He gestures so far that the track doesn't look very fresh. Based on his guesstimation, it's probably been like 3 to 4 hours old. But it's within definitely the day. And he says that I would recommend we go to a different path. That will deviate us and will take us much longer. But that will lower the chances of us finding one of these creatures. If we
Do
go
you not
straight,
want to kill them all?
I do, but there are quite numerous of them, and it might seem unwise. It is your decision. If you seem capable, then I will fight them with you. We can either travel directly towards the temple. The distance now that we have, uh, if we were not to encounter them, is about an hour and a half. If we were
Wow.
to deviate and circumvent them, then we would take about 3 hours or 4 hours.
Wow. If we were to take the 3 hour route, what might we find on our way? Any animals, wild or so?
I cannot say for sure, but right now we're taking the path through the woods directly towards the temple. If we were to deviate, we would have to follow westwards, go travel west, find the river, and go upstream towards it, and probably find a back entrance towards the temple. Not really a back entrance; it's more towards the uh, an access. I don't know what it is in English. Basically, where the rain comes in and falls through, and there's a vent for that inside the temple. That people that I don't know what it is.
Okay.
It's another entrance.
It's a plumbing system. Yeah,
It's the sewers.
Oh no. Sewer
But also
triggers. Triggers. Not the sewers again.
Not the sewers again.
Wait, what was the thing with the beetle creature again? It has a hard shell, so it is resistant to
Yes,
to
piercing
to
and
piercing.
cold.
Only
and
piercing,
cold
was it?
and cold.
Slashing?
And
Slashing is
no,
okay.
Alright, okay. So yeah, I informed to Bragma and I'll ask him, will you be okay with this, like, handicap, right?
what handicap? I have a hammerhead right there. I pat it.
Alright, yeah.
The crow's beak has like a big point, but then has a like a slashing side and a hammer side.
Okay, yeah.
I can
so it's a
choose which.
spear with a. It's a spear that has like a hook and also a hammer on the other end.
Yeah.
It's
And
pretty
then I was like,
badass.
well, I think that if we
Brock
were to encounter some, we might be okay. But yeah, Bragmar?
did. I think we should stay on this path indeed. He
Mm-hmm.
says confidently after just flipping a coin.
Oh, then we should put our trust in Lady Luck.
Yes.
All right.
She never let us down so far. I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
All right. All right. If you're confident, then I was able to handle one by myself, but I fear that if there are more, I might find it very difficult. But now that there are about one, two, three, four, five of us, then we stand greater chances. And I guess there is some wisdom in making sure that they do not sneak behind us if we deal with them first.
Yes. If we take too long in the temple and then come pincers, that would be bad.
That is correct. All right, then we will follow this path, but I caution you to stay alert. If you see anything, and it is not humanoid like us or Goop, and he gestures towards Goop at the very back,
It's not human.
then I would not recommend waiting. If you have a target and you ascertain it's not humanoid, then I recommend you shoot it if you have any means of doing so. You travel for about 30 minutes more, and after traveling for 30 minutes more, you can see that there's even more of a trail of these, and he stops you one more time. He says, "These are fresh. No more than an hour. They are close. And if you take a look, there are 6 pairs of feet. But it's strange. Some of them have tread marks that appear here and then they disappear and reappear in a location somewhere else. Perhaps these creatures can leap great distances."
I think they can fly.
Yeah. Why are they leaving tracks if they fly?
I have never seen one fly. But if what you say is true, then I suspect that probably they are. I have no idea.
Maybe
Hmm.
maybe it's just got tired. I mean, even birds can fly for a very long time. They have to rest sometimes.
Perhaps. All right.
Are they where the tracks are? Are there any like fur or blood? Maybe they were eating.
Make a survival check or perception check, whichever you
So
would prefer.
yeah, I'm so good at both.
Ragma is not old yet.
Mm,
Oh,
yes.
okay. So
Might not be good at it, but he's not an old man, so
yeah,
it goes.
tracking hasn't been something as a specialty of yours, especially since it's the swamp. You come from the swamp, but you
Yeah.
can see clearly here that there are tracks that sort of messle down in the middle, and there's a conflict that goes on. There's no signs of blood or feathers or anything from another creature, but what you can clearly see from your glance and your observation is that there was a a scuffle here. There was a mess, whether it was a dance or a greeting of two parties or whatever. You could see two separate footprints going, one in the middle, and there's like a huge combination of feet that goes around every direction, and that's all you could see.
Describe that. Maybe they started to populate, and that's their dance to attract partners,
Oh, that's
which is
not
very
good.
bad.
That's
Yes.
disturbing.
Another reason to even kill them if we see them, even if they don't see us.
That's a fair judgment. We'll do that. I look to Hakim. What does he seem to use to fight?
Just a staff. He's
Okay.
got his robes, a small satchel that's made by himself, a leather pouch that's sort of slung across his shoulder, and just a big stick
He
with like
said,
a big circular thing at the end.
yeah, he said that he doesn't do magic yet, right? He
No,
hasn't
he
learned
says he
magic.
doesn't do magic. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay. He continues to travel forwards for 30 more minutes, and after traveling for 30 minutes, he says, "We are close. Keep your eyes peeled." And he continues to travel even more. After another 30 minutes for a total of 1 hour, the time now would be about 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. And you come across what looks like a staircase uh, of what looks like a pyramid. There's a pyramid shaped building in the middle, and there's this really long steps that go up. And you assume that the steps are probably about 50 to 100 steps going upwards. And the design of the pyramid itself is rather strange. So, for the first thing, you don't really see pyramids where you're from in Goldenvale. But also, aside from the shape and the staircase going upwards, there seems to be these writings on the sides of the walls that are not something you would see common day to day practice. And in fact, some of them, instead of just writings, have groove lines. Everyone roll for Arcana or History.
Nice.
Hang on.
Big brain.
Oh, damn.
Okay. So for Goop and Lisbeth, it's not something you've seen before. For Brakmar, immediately you can tell is that the writing isn't actually any form of text. They're more like they're more like a function of the building itself. Um, Similar to how swords have like fullers and weapons have fullers and spears have fullers so that it's lighter and also blood can drip down to it easier. You assume that it's a similar function. It's for the architecture of the building itself, not really writings of information. But for Phrygius, you could tell immediately, based on your study in the university, that there were some theories of the arcane arts where people who couldn't cast magic instead manipulated the weave to do stuff. And it becomes apparent to you that the grooves on the side of these pyramids are like circuit boards, and the weave travels through them to form some type of electrical current or some type of fuel.
So this whole thing is a magical device.
No, you're wrong.
I mean, you could believe whatever you want, but I say what I say. This whole thing is a magical device that channels the weave through the entire thing to do some purposes.
Af-
Uh, Goop looks at it strangely, and you can see him coming closer a little bit.
Hmm?
I sent you a
Goop?
message. Yes.
Oh,
I looked to Brakmar and asked, what do you think it would be if it's not what Frigis says? Seem to have an idea.
Just so that the water wouldn't seep in. It's a path for it to go down, so
See,
the building wouldn't rot.
I mean, that also makes sense. This pyramid, it looks kind of like a ziggurat, right?
Something like that, yes.
Like an Aztec ziggurat where
Yes.
there's an. Do I see an altar
oh,
above?
You can't really see from here.
Ah,
goop, goop,
Goop is noise making.
goop.
I look to Goop, yes.
uh,
Hakim can speak with
Hakim,
Goop, right?
yeah, what
Oh
does he
yeah,
I
say?
look to Hakim, it's like,
I talked to Hakim.
and he does. From the others, you can see both of them are just saying "goop" out loud, and Hakim goes towards Goop and says "goop, goop, 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 goop." And what is it?
I tell him, I remember now. I was a captain,
oh,
and my ship crashed here. My spelljammer is somewhere here.
Your spelljammer.
so this belongs to Goop? Oh,
Yes.
I don't know, my bad.
Well,
Your friend.
I tell him, it looks similar. The pyramid. It look similar to my spelljammer.
What is a spelljammer, friend?
It's a flying ship. I used to sail the astral sea with my crew, but I don't know where my crew is. I think they're dead. And then there tears.
How do you have tears? You're water.
Yeah, I see this liquid spouting liquid.
It's like water coming through.
Is he bleeding? Is he alright?
No, your
Is he-
friend. He tells me that the our abbey, our temple, it is similar to the ones he had from where he comes from. It seems to me he has some difficulty of recollecting things he had been through, but this, the arcane lines, is something found in what he used to commandeer, something called a spelljammer.
Spell. What now?
Jam. Spelljammer?
Eh,
I am not aware of what that is.
Sounds like something that is against spells. Sounds good.
yeah, it does sound like
Yeah,
something
it
to
does
stop
sound like that,
spells.
huh?
See, that's another reason why you'll be wrong.
Didn't
It's
he
against
say that
spells.
it's... Didn't he say something about chips, right, Hakim?
He says the spelljammer is a form of ship, one that is able to travel across the astral sea. I've never
You
heard of such a
can?
thing.
You can travel through the astral sea?
I do not believe so, but that is what your friend claims.
Is that different from going from plane to plane?
Yes. When it was my first year here, my mentor, he told me that when you travel from plane to plane, you don't travel through the astral sea. Majority of your body or your conscience, depending on how you travel, gets broken down into the ethereal plane and gets reconstructed somewhere else. Although I have not learned enough, it is possible, but I do not deem it impossible to travel astral sea, to travel from one plane to another. But I have not heard of such.
So anyway, I think we should climb the pyramid so that we may discover its secrets.
I look
Very
to
well.
Hakim. Do you think he knows how to traverse this thing?
Who, like Hakim or Goop?
Yeah, I
Hakim
asked
looks like
Hakim
he's
to
at
ask
home.
Goop. Like, would he
Okay.
know how to climb up or something?
Your companion is named Goop.
Yes.
Very well. Goop de Goop de? Goop. Would you please try and access the staircase?
Okay.
He tries to access the staircase, like he terraforms itself into like a snail going up the stairs. And as soon as he puts one section of his body into it, you could see that the stair itself had similar circuitry board looking things. And each step he made, there's like a pulse of energy that goes through it. Oh, I dropped my bomb. There's a pulse of energy that just goes through the floor. It's like a and then just disappears with every step. And the Hakim mentions the temple welcomes you. For the rest of you, it might not be so easy. I recommend you, strong man, try to travel the stairs.
I put my foot on
Yeah.
it.
As you put your foot on it, where Goop's energy pulsated outwards, yours is pulsating inwards, and it's almost like a magnetic field is keeping your foot down there. So it's one of those Dragon Ball gravity chamber episodes.
Ah. Oh.
What?
I don't remember how it looks like. Is that something that Bulma made, right? For
Yeah, so it just means when you
yeah.
put your foot down or when you pass through the field, it pulls you downwards, like the gravity is amplified of some sort.
Ah, okay.
I will travel by doing 45-foot teleports with my echo.
Sure.
That's
Can someone-
cheating!
Yes, I know.
I already knew it when I was making this like a long time ago, and I already made this before you even made Ragnar. And I was thinking Ragnar could just go through this with his echo.
And he's like, yeah, when you're whipping it out,
Cheating.
it's Bragma back again. Proving you're right.
All right, what about Lisbeth?
Um, his echo went in, right?
Yes.
I asked him first, like, is it okay? Can you learn anything from your echo going in there?
I send it, and then I switch place with it. So I'm there.
Oh, okay, okay, my bad. Okay, if the actual Bragma is in there, I don't hear screams or whatever, I guess I will also try to go
It's
in.
a very long staircase, so
Yeah,
he's probably about one third of it through.
yep, I will climb then. Do I need to make any checks?
Nope. But
Okay.
as you climb it, it is very difficult for you. You feel the entire weight of your body
Whew.
pulling down on it.
Yep,
But you can do it slowly.
okay.
And you go past 1, 2, 3. There's about for simplicity's sake, let's say about there's 75 steps. And you go past 15 steps and you really begin to feel the stress on your body. Make a constitution save.
It's a
Now,
stepathon.
now that you talked about Dragon Ball, imagine like the science just like or like the humans walking, but like or like and then you just freezer, they're just flying.
Yeah, I'm like Yamcha right now.
Yeah, similar. Alright, so what's your roll?
Sorry, it's 15.
Okay, you're fine. You can muscle through it. You can see Lisbeth climbing up for 15 for just what do you do?
I'll fly up the stairs.
I was hoping you would say that. Because as you activate your cape and you begin to fly towards the area, you go. It's like
Oh
you're
boy.
sucked down onto the floor.
I will slowly climb up the stairs.
All right. The three of the members, Goop, Hakim, and Brakmar, although Brakmar does come in through intervals, it seems that they're casually strolling upwards, and Hakim and Goop are sort of having a friendly conversation, and Hakim doesn't seem to be affected by the gravitational pull, but Lisbeth and Frigis definitely are. So another 15 steps. Lisbeth, make another con save.
Another 15 steps only?
Yep. Yes. Every 15, you make a save, and there's a total of 75 steps.
Oh
How
boy, so we
many
have
is
to
that?
make 5 times.
6?
Okay.
Oh no, yeah, 5.
14, you're fine. Now it's Lisbeth's, Frigis' turn.
Oh boy. Constitution saving throw.
That's
Is
right.
this magical effects?
No, it's not technically.
Well jammed.
It uses the
Yay.
weave definitely, but it's not a magical or spell effect.
12.
Okay, actually, it's very tiring for you, but you don't suffer any negative effects so far. You're at 30 steps. Lisbeth is now going to 45. So Lisbeth, check again.
I think. Wow, saved. It was almost a
It's fine.
2.
Oh,
In fact, you double the amount of distance that you're traveling through. So
Sweet.
you are now at 60. Lisbeth, Frigis, sorry.
60? 45? Yeah, correct.
guys, can you wait up a bit?
Do I hear him
This
even?
is very tiring.
I'm like 30
See,
steps
Lisbeth-
ahead of you.
Ooh.
This is very tiring. I
At the 14,
can't
you're
get
fine.
up.
Okay, Lisbeth, your last check.
Okay.
Imagine I'm prone to the
Can't-
staircase, but I can't get
Yeah.
up.
Can't you like misty step or something?
You could
I
certainly
don't want to
try.
waste any resources.
Okay, now there's the 2. I was like, who?
You suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh,
Oh fuck. Oh
I shouldn't
shit.
have sprinted.
Oh no.
And
shouldn't have sprinted.
as you are climbing up, you begin to slide down. You're back to 60.
What?
Okay, it's your turn.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. I
You're at
hate
30 so
exhaustion.
far.
Where
Oh,
do
you're
I?
at 45 so far.
Oh, I'm at 45. Fuck it, I'm a misty step. I can't. I'm sorry,
Alright.
Lisbeth.
I gave you the idea. You shouldn't be sorry.
Okay.
Where do I put my exhaustion again?
It should be in conditions.
I
Okay.
can't.
Alright.
Do I make a last
Lisbeth,
one?
Frigis arrives at the very top of the staircase, and as soon as you take the step onto the very top, you begin to feel like it's just the weight is literally off your body. Yes, make a last one, Lisbeth.
Anyone?
I can stand
Whew,
up now.
Lucky.
Okay, you're fine. So everybody's pretty much on top with Lisbeth, obvious sweat dripping from her forehead. I'm assuming you don't have your helmet on, so you can see like the hair is just drenched in sweat.
Prestidigitation. Prestidigitation. I don't do
Alright.
it on Breakmore. Prestidigitation.
He already stood there with his arms crossed.
You press the digitation, Lisbeth, and you can see Lisbeth just going.
Thank you.
That was
And
rough.
the sweat is gone.
Why are you trying to tire her?
Are you
I'm
talking
not.
about
She's already dead.
No, I'm talking about to Frigis.
Uh,
You sweat to cool down. You remove the sweat. She's gonna stay hot and tired.
It doesn't. Ah.
You little wizards.
All right.
Oh,
After you
cast
guys have
dancing lights. I'm assuming that it's dark inside.
yeah, so right about here in this area, it goes inside. There seems to be a cavern on the inside. Actually, you know what? Let me just redraw everything to make it simpler. So right now, it looks like you are at the very entrance of the thing. And I'm not gonna make this the proper proportions. It's really just to give you an idea. Uh, it seems that there's this very big wall here, and from the staircase you guys have just arrived. That's a beautiful staircase, by the way. I'm an art major.
Mhm.
So you guys have went up here, and now you're in front of what looks like a doorway, and the doorway has multiple lines as well. And as you're here, everyone make an for once make an insight roll. You guys can roll it.
Inside?
Inside?
That's right.
Inside of
This door is pretty
where?
sus.
It's Hakim, isn't it?
Oh, he's actually Orcus, so
He's the one who
um,
who killed everyone.
I
okay.
knew it.
As soon as you guys arrived at the very top of the staircase, Hakim goes towards the door and he starts touching the door case in front of him. And it's pretty much obvious to the entire party that he has a very dreaded face on. Like his face is full of dread and it's quite gloomy.
Right.
And it's probably a mixture of sadness over his old friends and like he hasn't been here for a while since the whole event and he just looks really, really, really sad about it.
Are you alright? Is he seeing something that we're not seeing? Or what?
No, not necessarily. He's just having a dramatic moment, like anime moment, hair
Okay.
down, hand on the door, and
The eyes just dark lines.
yeah, exactly, exactly that. And he just
It's not a good day to rain.
yeah, pretty much. Oh, speaking of, the rain today was pretty insane. I feel sick, but anyway,
Yeah.
he puts his hand on the door, and Lisbeth asks him the question, and he just says, "I have not been here since the entire collapse, since the creatures have bursted forth into the temple. I I wonder if any of my compatriots have survived. I have a feeling in my heart that they are still alive. I still feel the bond. I cannot explain it. It's not a magical bond that I know
I,
they're still
under-
inside.
I understand. It's good to have hope. It keeps us going.
Mm.
For the record, I do lost someone from the whole debacle as well. I had two students who is very who's quite promising in the arts of the arcane. And when the whole thing goes up, they are the very first person to wake a flame and they died. They turn to ashes. Well,
Mhm.
not even their ashes remain, they just gone.
As you mention it, you begin to realize that he has a very confused look on his face, and he just asks you, "Why did they burn?"
Well, they're spellcasters. Like,
I do not see the correlation.
I do not either, but
Was
this,
there
but
not a night of a red moon here? About a
No,
month ago?
about a month ago.
It is a month, right?
About 1 moon ago, the creatures have arrived, yes. But
ah,
none of us had spontaneously combusted.
maybe it's a different thing. Because from where we are from, there's no creatures, there's just fire, there's just combustion. And we, we went aflame.
See. Well,
Did,
it must be different for everyone.
was everyone inside the spelljammer? Maybe it dissipated the magic that caused it. Because
Perhaps.
the shaman in my village also went up in flames.
Perhaps. Well, all I know is this temple, this ziggurat. It protects us. It makes sure that before we enter, we are worthy, and we have to pass the physical trial of the steps before we can enter these gates. None of us, my brothers and my sisters, were particularly adept with arcane to begin with, so I'm not sure if there is a correlation or not.
Wait,
I see.
that's a trial, you say? Does that mean that we cheat our way up? Does that make us not
I
worthy?
didn't. I didn't cheat.
She
It
has
was
the
easy.
exhaustion point to prove it.
Yeah, you did. But some of us did cheat.
No, there are many
sh-
ways for one person to pass through the trials of life. Some might use physical prowess, others use their intellect. But as long as you can pass the steps, it means you are a person worthy of entering the temple. Well, I suspect we will have many creatures facing us as we enter. I suggest you keep yourselves armed. Alright. He goes towards the door and he nods at Goop, and you can tell that he's just about to touch the door and a bunch of electricity is gonna run through it and open the door. And he puts his hand on, and suddenly there's this big pulse of energy onto the entire door case. And these lines of electricity, well, not like blue energy, run towards the other circuitries that are in the area. And the door begins to go. But then as it comes in, you begin to hear this coming
Oh
through.
boy.
And it just goes down inside from inside the door. There's suddenly this burst of like 3 humanoid creatures, and from there, they're all wearing white robes, and they're just falling down in front of the door case. And as they lift their eyes, it looks like they're definitely humanoids, some members of the Templar, but their eye sockets, they're burning with this orange glow. And everyone roll for initiative.
It's the frenzied flame
Yikes.
from Elden Ring.
Oh, shoot, I haven't played it. Don't tell me.
No, it's all right. You see it.
You lose
see it.
Oh,
a level
like-
again. Too late.
Hang on. There we go. Wait. There we go.
Oh boy, 10.
Yeah, Brakma
Uh,
was already here, the not 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Roll 1.
He'll
Ooh,
set up and
Oh.
we'll just sweep.
Is this your echo?
Yes.
The thing I'm moving? Okay.
Yeah.
I just
Goop
forgot
has a
about it.
+5 dex.
Maybe.
Goop is an AC god.
Goop is the main character, TBH.
Maybe.
I mean, we say that, but the other two also have crazy AC. I'm the one stuck at 16.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's fine. It's only been 2.5 years.
Okay, so it's about this way. I messed up my scale, so let's say it's like that. The door case now is slightly open ajar. That's relatively big. And the other one is still sealed. And that's it. Okay. From there you can see here. This is what you currently see. Okay, let me know if the creature is warping.
What?
There should be creatures that are appearing on screen.
No.
I don't see the creatures.
I.
None,
Oh, wait.
Nika.
I see box. That's all.
That's it. That's the
Yeah.
echo.
The black with a red stripe is the echo.
Okay. So you don't see this currently. Okay.
Mhm.
No.
Alright, hold on. Why is that not working? One sec, sorry. Hmm. If you want to get water or use the restroom, now's the time.
Oh, I'll do just that then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go get some chocolate.
Alright.
Yeah,
Okay, there we go.
Skip it up, skip it up, skip it up. Skibbity bop bop, skibbity bop, skibbity bop.
I can hear you, Kyle. Don't worry.
Skippity
Hmm?
boop. Boop bop
Skibbity
boop bop.
goops. It's another dialer.
Sure.
Skibbity bops.
You speak scat.
Yes. Why yes?
Impressive.
The
I
man of
too speak
scat.
scat. I too speak scat. We call it Slavic.
That's racist.
Oh,
That
sorry,
is
don't
racist.
Goop goop.
don't cancel me. Sorry.
Offensive to. Are you Ruski?
Да.
You have daughter?
Your daughter? I still remember. Okay. All right. So this should now work for everyone. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, there we go.
Ew.
They're all prone because they fell from the inside. So
Lol.
what a bunch of dweebs. Okay. Okay. Everyone ready? Is Boom here? Not yet.
Boom. Patterns.
Into Boom.
Hey,
Alright, G.
I.
Beep boop.
Okay.
Oh,
Beep boop.
they're crawling.
No, they fell from the inside. Like they bursted forth as soon as the door was open. And that's the beginning of the
Oh.
initiative.
So they are
So-
prone.
Yes, they're all currently prone. That's correct. Okay. So Lisbeth's here.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So currently the creatures are prone right in front of you, and as they're here, it looks like first one to come in that bursted forth just comes through, and you can see they're wearing the white robe similar to Hakim. Oh snap! I don't have one for Hakim.
He died.
From heart attack.
No,
Just
we
from
still
there.
need him.
Okay, I don't have a token for him, so let's just say this is him for now.
Use my special weapon.
No, not this time. Circle. Yeah, there you go. I still haven't done your spiritual weapon.
Oh
But
no, it's
anyway.
okay.
This one stands up, and as he stands, you can see that he has white robes and he has this dagger sort of stabbed through the middle of his chest, and he pulls it out and he puts it in a ice pick grip, and he starts running towards Goop, and he's surprisingly fast.
Help.
As he runs towards Goop, you can see that they have this weird jaunt onto their bodies where it's like it's very clanky type of movement. But whenever they dash towards a creature, or whenever they make a big movement, they seem very, very athletic and agile. So it's a very weird jaunt. But then as soon as he starts rushing towards Goop, he starts sweeping the dagger twice in a very beautiful, finesseful motion, and he tries to strike Goop twice.
As he leaves the... he's not within 5 feet of my echo anymore. So I'm gonna attack of opportunity.
Go ahead.
24 to hit, 15 damage.
Okay. Oh, that hits
Um,
actually. And he gets stuck there.
No, I'm Sentinel, my echo is not. So he keeps
Ah,
going.
okay. All right, so he suffers how much damage?
15 piercing.
Okay.
50?
He seems 15. He seems to take the full damage. You can see the Echo's weapon goes through his body, and as it goes through, he pulls out. There's this blood that just gushes down, as if he's normally a humanoid. And he swoops towards Goop twice. Uh, let's see
Goop
if
to
that
goop.
works. Goop to Goop, indeed. The first one is a miss. He swings towards Goop. Goop just shrinks down. What's your AC?
25.
I hit.
Shield?
Oh.
Oh, I don't hit if you shield. All right.
Let's me okay, no shield for now. Limit testing.
Okay. Then it hits you. And as it hits you, you suffer a total of what is this? 20 points of slashing piercing damage.
Low? Okay.
Oh.
All right. With that, he
20.
yes. As soon as he finishes his turn, he moves here and he pulls his dagger back, and he has a stance that looks very martial artsy, and he looks like he's ready to take in any incoming attacks. But it's now Brackmar's turn.
So my echo just swung, and as it has still the weapon towards its feet, because it's trying to stop it, but it just went through.
Sure.
It's gonna keep like with the momentum and basically bash the one still on the ground.
Good.
Prone, so advantage, I'm guessing.
That's right.
For 24 to hit.
It's
Max damage 16.
good.
First attack, second attack. It's gonna be 30 to hit
It's
for 14 points of damage.
okay. All right.
30 total. Then a third attack because he's a fighter
Sure.
for 27 to hit
It's
and 11 points of damage.
okay. So you can see your character created a combo attack with like 3 swooping movements onto this creature that's down onto the ground. And although it reacts to the physical impact of the weapon and the slashing and the piercing, and there's definitely some bleeding and bruising on the bodies, they don't show any emotion or sign of pain rather than the physical damage they're receiving. You don't hear any grunts or screams of pain, nothing. They're absolutely silent.
Then Brockmar's gonna move up there to be within 10 feet of the guy I was hitting and just poke him with the butt end
Oh, right.
for not 20.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh.
All right, go.
I mean, so 3d4 because I'm a half orc and it's bludgeoning, it's not piercing.
Right.
Plus 6, 14 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. Paul vaults himself and just lands with the first thing that
Sweet.
impacts is the button.
That's sweet. All right. Okay. There's quite a bit of bruising. You could tell that the bodies of these creatures are well defined. As you break more of the robes onto their bodies, you can see muscles and layers of muscle. It's very Adonis-like, as if they're all Mr. Olympian, and they look rather buff. Do you do anything else?
That'd be
Okay. With that, as you end your turn, this other creature that you were just hitting this whole time stands up and moves towards you. He doesn't have any weapons on him, unlike the other guy with the dagger. So instead, he extends his hand outwards and tries to disarm you of your crow's beak. So make an athletics check.
$23.
Surprisingly, to your surprise, Despite he's leaner than you. He's very buff. He's very built and ripped, but he's leaner than you. And you had your hands onto the weapon, and he tries reaching out for you, and this isn't something you normally expected. But he yanks it with speed and strength at a level you didn't foresee, that he's actually able to grab the weapon away from you. Now that he has the weapon and he uses his first attack to do that, he swings the weapon towards your face in retaliation.
Oh,
AC, I rolled a total of 16. Does that hit?
16.
Yeah, boy.
Parting
Uh,
words. No.
You're a D12, right?
Hmm?
Your weapon
D10.
is a D12? Oh, D10.
10. D10 plus 1.
Versatile. Double wielded. Like hold with both hands.
You suffer a total of 24 bludgeoning damage as it
Damn.
hits you straight onto the chest. Um, since you're the one getting hit, you could tell that there's not just physical damage onto it. You could feel that there's this force, as in literal force type damage, that's being applied that isn't part of your weapon. So, like on top of the bludgeoning, you feel force damage coming through. And it is now the other creature's turn. Runs towards Lisbeth
Yes.
in the middle of Goop and the other guy. He swings at Lisbeth twice with his hands.
Update is if I had my weapon, but I don't, so I can't opportunity attack.
It's okay. Hit, miss.
Throw a punch.
Oh, why am I
Get
looking
away.
at Goop?
AC
I don't have the
26.
He misses on the first on Lisbeth.
Our reaction, Kabazon.
Okay.
Kabazone. Ho. Oh, nice.
How much damage?
5.
He is vulnerable to it.
Oh,
As you slash
nice.
through the strength of his body, it doesn't leave any physical damage, but he has glowing orange eyes. And as soon as your blade made contact with the skin, it pierces through. You can see the eyes go as if it's going out of control.
Oh,
And
he likes
it's like he falls down for a second, and he just it hurts him. So he suffers 10, what would normally
Nice.
be a 5.
It could have been 24, but I guess I'll take
Alright.
it.
He swings at you once with his fist. You're able to retaliate with an upward swing. And on the next one, after you hurt him, he punches you straight onto the chest, onto your plate mail, with like a fist closed. And it's a natural 20.
Damn it.
So,
oops.
It's okay, I got to hit him once.
you suffer a total of 31 points.
What the fuck? It's just a
bludgeoning.
punch.
Oh.
Mhm. But as Brackmar's
I
already
mean, it's
seen once,
it's double. I guess it's double, right? Because it's
you
a
guys have
crit.
seen the One Punch Man. So like it's just like the punch hits, but then there's like a sonic boom right after that. It goes,
Yeah, I was like,
That's the
oh,
one that happens here. So like it makes an impact onto the chest plate, but after it grazes, there's this visible boom. Like the dust on the floor begins to move away. The clothes that you have are billowing in the wind, and it is now Elizabeth's turn.
I am going to return him the favor and whack
Goop looks like a
him.
pudding, just.
Yeah, you can see like layers of goop
Ah,
just
damn
going
it.
like that into it.
Your
That
weapon
hits.
is not. It doesn't crit on a 19, right?
No.
You can learn a feat to do that.
All right, so that
Oh.
is 9, and then I shall
So 18.
Is he dead? Not yet, right?
Not at all.
All
No.
right, I'm gonna bonus action to do a second attack. 20, does that hit?
20 hits. Yes.
Thank you.
Just.
Oh damn, that is a 7.
All right. So that's a 14. Okay. You hit him twice. He doesn't like it. Hurts him a little bit, but he's standing. I mean, not physically, emotionally hurts, but damages him.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Bridges, your turn.
I draw my sword and I say to myself, gotta end this quick. I focus and then I will do my signature cantrip, Steel Wind Strike.
I knew it. Yeah.
I knew it. Can't believe that's a cantrip.
It's fine. Target my echo too, so you have one more chance at not 20. Worth it. Do it.
I'll
Actually, yeah.
I'll teleport to this one first. It doesn't have flanking, so that's going to be normal. Oh fuck!
Oh no.
Oh,
You can imagine
well.
you have the steel wind strike, you disappear, you shunpo away, you turn off into these anime lines, and you reappear right next to him with the sound effect of and as you stab your blade, he actually grabs it with his hand as he looks towards Lisbeth, not even towards you, and he lets go.
No, before he even
Cool.
lets go, I'm gonna like, see ya. So this one I got advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That would be 24 to hit.
Hits. That hits.
That's a 6d10 force damage. That's
No
a
mean by the way.
36.
That
36
hurts.
force damage, and then third one. This I will get advantage. Oh, it's almost a nat 20. 27.
Not today. It hits,
Not
but
today. Yeah,
it's not a crit. Yeah.
it's all right. It's still damage. 27.
Uh,
Okay,
right, 27.
and 27 to hit with the 27 damage.
Yep.
Okay, and then does this count with mobile? Like
No, I believe mobile is melee attack. Let me check.
Target my echo.
you make a
can target the
melee
echo.
attack.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
target the echo.
Sure, sure. I'll do it.
Kill
I'll
another
like,
version of Brockmar.
as per
Get revenge.
as
It should
per
count melee. It doesn't determine whether it's
doesn't-
melee attack or melee spell attack, so it's fine.
yeah.
Melee
Okay,
weapon or melee.
it's
spell,
all right. I'll teleport to Brackmar's shadow and attack it per his request.
Okay.
That would be normal. Yeah, that would be normal.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Didn't you? It's
couldn't
your
control it.
idea.
Reflex.
Too much.
It's your idea.
All right. It. Oh, I shouldn't have deleted it. I'll put it back.
Fine.
And then I'll fly up 40 feet.
I will reclaim potential
Hmm?
to get 13 temporary HP as my
What?
echo vanishes, and instead of evaporating like usual, the shadows come back to me. I just stare at Frigus. What's wrong with you?
It's your idea. Didn't
Not
you
in
say it?
character.
Didn't you
Not
say
as
it
I
out
said.
loud? Or it's
I
all
said it
in
loud. Yeah.
it's all in my imagination. Like, didn't you
Yeah.
just say it before?
All right, Goop, your turn.
Yes. Can I move here?
You could certainly try. Attack of opportunity, though.
Okay.
All right, guy swings at you once. That is a 20 to hit.
No.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
I will twin spell haste and haste. Wait, do you see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Twin
Wow.
spell.
So hasted Lisbeth and hasted Brakmar.
So
Oh.
Bragma, Lisbeth, and
Just the two of you.
Not just two of you.
okay. Thank you.
Uh, can I still quicken spell?
Uh, if it's a cantrip, yeah.
Yeah, I'll quicken spell. Um, this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Ray of Frost,
Go ahead.
and then Tides of Chaos too.
All right.
Thank you.
You just right click it for advantage.
20s.
26
Oh,
hits.
okay. Mm, 15 damage.
Not bad for something free.
Do I roll the wild surge? I forgot.
No, not yet. That's when you cast
Okay.
your next first level spell. First or
Okay.
higher.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And then,
It is now.
oh yeah, that's it.
Okay. Then the guy chases you down, then goes towards you and swings at you twice again.
As he enters my reach, I will punch him.
Go ahead.
Wait, no. No, it doesn't work. It's not your custom feat, it's Polar Master. I don't have a Polar.
Oh no, that's
Wait,
right.
but if you kind of psych yourself into thinking that your arm is your forearm, and then you can just kind of.
If I was a bugbear, maybe.
All right, so he runs up towards Goop and he jumps down and does a Superman punch. Goop just shifts off to the side and he hits the floor. There's cracks on the floor, and he tries to do an uppercut right after that. Oh, sorry, no. He does a Superman punch and he uses his dagger to swing upwards. And as he swings upwards, his like Goop's body just forms a moon, and it just dodges that dagger entirely. That is now Brackmar's turn.
Hasted.
Yes. With my hasted action, you try to get my weapon back.
Go ahead.
Come on. 28.
You win.
Nice. Gets it back.
All right.
Perish. And then the shadow that was back
Perish.
in me
Mhm.
reappears. But it's 50. It's not directly behind it. It's 15 feet up.
Okay.
As close as Frigus it can be. Just staring at it, and then it goes down to flank with me,
All right.
apparating menacingly. And then I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
Flanking. It's 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. Then it's 23 to hit
3 hits.
for 7 points of piercing damage. Actually, I'm gonna reroll that with Piercer once per turn.
Okay.
So much better, 8 points of damage.
1 damage is 1.
And third attack, because I already used my hasted action, is a 21 to hit
Mhm.
for 9 points of damage.
All right, sweet. All right, there's a lot of bruises and damages onto this creature's body to the point that you can see like his arms just sort of moving downwards because of the physical limitation. But he's still alive.
No, they're way too dangerous. I'm gonna action surge because come on. 25 to hit, 12 points of damage.
Nice.
28 to hit for 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And third attack, 27 to hit for 8 points of damage.
Okay. Just as you're about to hit 8, like a
Yeah.
cutscene in a movie, Hakim moves behind you and holds your weapon just as you're about to swing down. Just no, don't. These are my brothers. You could choose to ignore it and swing down. It's not a. It doesn't stop you from attacking.
Does the flame wither as they're close to being gone?
You
Or
can see
their
the one in
eyes-
front of you. The one in front of you. No, they're all the same.
Okay, so he stops me. I look at him, but then my echo swings and just bashes his skull in.
Alright, good. With that 8, yeah, that's gone. Boom. He goes down, and as he goes down, you can see like a just like your apparition went into your body with black shadows. This orange light just goes towards the sky, like straight towards the sky, and just disperses. And you can hear Hakim going, "No!" And that's it.
Go at peace. Wait, they are at peace now. I mean, shit.
No, Hakim.
All right. Do you do anything else?
No.
Okay. Then with that, it is
Wait.
now.
How does hasted and action surge work?
I think it only gives you normal action. Like his
Yeah.
action doesn't get.
Yeah, I don't think it gets
Exactly.
doubled. Yeah. I think action surge is only gives an extra action to me, not an extra turn, so it shouldn't do anything with haste. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that. I think so
Yeah.
too.
No, it says it's additive, not multiplicative. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
method.
right. Okay. With that, this one moves towards the back of Lisbeth, and now he gets flanking.
As he moves, he exits my 10 feet range and I bash him
Go ahead.
for my
Main
11th
character or
attack.
Echo?
Fighter past level 11. Yay!
Go ahead.
Finally, slightly better than paladins.
Hits.
Ooh.
So that stops him.
Yes.
Okay.
It stops him here because it's within 10 feet and takes
Yes.
15 points of piercing damage.
He doesn't like that. He tries to move towards the side, but then you use like the pierced end to sort of hook him back in, and he
Yeah.
can't really escape. Cuts down towards his arm. He's able to deflect it after, but then after that, he does two roundhouse kicks towards Elizabeth's face.
These people.
Yeah.
Does it miss?
Oh, what's your AC?
26.
I hit.
Damn it.
Wait,
I
28,
hit.
28 with haste.
Oh, dog, I don't hit.
Oh, alright, yeah.
Oh right.
I'm
Right.
27 to hit.
Thank you, Hasty.
All right. So he jumps up and he does a roundhouse kick mid-air, but before he even reaches the ground, because of the momentum, it's like a double kick in the air, and then he lands back down. But both are a miss.
Just
Reaction.
did the helicopter kick.
Yeah, helicopter kick.
Yeah. I will reaction him in the nuts.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, damn.
Yeet!
It's a 13. I missed two. It was too underhanded.
He swings, he kicks twice, but mid-air he readjusts and lands like superhero landing. Doesn't hit. It's now your turn though. What do you do?
Mm,
Lisbeth, it's your turn.
since Hakim said not to kill them, I'm gonna tell him that we can't hold back against them because they're really powerful and they can kill us easily. And I'm sorry! Whack. Another 19.
It's not a crit.
Alright, 8.
16 points.
And how how bad is he?
It's hard to tell. He doesn't look nice. He has a lot of bruises, but because they don't show pain, it doesn't look like he's going down yet.
Yeah, well, while he's still in melee range, I'm just going to bonus action again and 22. Damn it, another 5. Alright.
You have your hasted action.
Yeah, don't forget.
Oh yeah! My bad. Let's do one more.
Damn it,
No.
21. Just barely.
Hits, but it's not a crit.
8.
All right, that's still a lot of damage, honestly,
Yeah.
because of the vulnerability. It is now Frigis's turn.
Okay. Which one seems more hurt?
Hard to tell because of how they react. They're both quite badly beaten, though.
Okay. I'll
Actually, you know what? Let me try something.
I'll be honest, I don't remember the one in the middle getting attacked.
Oh, he's green.
No.
Oh, whoops.
Whoops.
Oops.
You saw nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that works.
Nice.
I'm glad that works. Yeah, I was fidgeting around with it, and I wasn't sure if I could make it work.
Okay, I'll help Lisbeth first then. I will cast. Let's do this then. Let's do this. As an action, I will try to make an ice flower blooms on the opponent's head and it explodes and his brain freezes as ice and rime
Okay.
forms around his cranium as I cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Oh wow. Okay. Which one?
It's the second level one that
Okay.
I'll send it to game log.
No, I mean, but which one are you targeting?
Oh, right. It's the left one, the one in front of
Okay.
Lisbeth.
Okay. And he throws a
In
save.
save 20.
He saves it.
Man, these guys are smart.
I'm not cheating this, I swear.
Yeah, I understand. So
15
they
level
take
monks.
Yeah, at least it's a spell and not a cantrip. Cantrip would have
so
like
they take
no damage.
4
4 damage.
4 psychic damage, and
Alright.
that's my turn. Yay.
This goop. You can hear Hakim at the back of Goop going, Goop, the Goop, the Goop, 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 Goop. And he's basically saying, Goop, don't do it, my friend. They are my friends. Yeah, my brothers and
what?
my sisters don't do it, Goop.
Wait, does he actually say that?
Yeah, he's saying it in Goopton, so like, Goop, the Goop, Goop, Goop.
He's
Goop, goop,
saying
goop.
weird
What can I do?
things.
I- Don't kill them. They are my brothers and my sisters.
Remember
That's all
the
he
hurt
says.
they done onto you, Goop.
Sunburst. I'm joking, I don't know what to do. What should I do?
What would Goop do?
I would just sunburst them, but
Then go for it.
keeps it.
Like, you can just careful spell. It'll be okay.
Oh, sorry, I don't have careful spell.
He's not a careful person.
Careful.
Yeet.
Oh, I'll just
You
Maximilian
second hit
Blast.
with careful.
I think.
Yeah.
Can you link that? I forgot what it does.
How do you link stuff?
Send to game log.
On your
Oh, right there. Okay. I think it hits both of them.
Oh, the cat paw.
One creature you can see.
But
Yeah,
isn't
one
it
creature.
area 5 feet?
Yeah, the range is 30, and you create a hand that takes the space of 5 feet, and one creature within 5 feet of the hand must make a strength save. So you summon a hand, stays on the square, and you can attack one person nearby.
Okay, I'll do that.
Which one?
Just
I'll
wait,
make you
sorry.
a.
This one?
I'm on it.
You're already on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He throws a save.
Oh no, it's strength. I forgot.
It is strength 18. I failed that.
Well, thank you.
They are restrained.
That's right, they are restrained.
I made the circle and I can't move anything.
Let me
Really?
just try. Oops, made that too big.
I think that's it. Do I roll for wild surge or no?
Yes, you do.
Okay, thank you. I roll twice.
Meteor swarm.
Oh no, that didn't work.
79.
61 or 18?
It's
No,
79.
because I have a feat that
It's
lets me
61.
choose.
We'll take the first roll.
61.
We should memorize this. I've never done
It's a
Farmers.
lot. Okay, 61. For the next minute, you must shout when you speak.
All right. Okay.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Okay. With that, it is the creature who is restrained's turn. As he is restrained, he doesn't even fight back against the arm. He can't move. He can't use his hand. So instead, he kicks you twice with his legs, trying to reach for you. The first one is a 25 to hit.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it hits.
Nice. And then he attacks again with a 22 to hit. I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
Oh.
Okay. His kick hurts you for That is 18 points of bludgeoning. And then he ends his turn. Rakmar, it's your turn.
Yes. I will. My echo will just like move above the hand
Mm-hmm.
and get on the opposite side, and it's gonna do all the attacks because my guy is trying to restrain the Brakmar himself.
Okay.
So he kind of looks like he's complying, but not really because he, yeah,
Yeah.
because he attacks.
Okay.
And know what? It's gonna attack the one flanked by Lisbeth.
Go ahead.
18 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. Yeah. Second attack is 30 to hit. 10 points of damage.
Uh-huh. Doesn't look nice.
24 to hit for
It's
10 points of damage.
all right. Still standing. Quite a lot of wounds.
And then, as my hasted action, since Brockmar has no the echo, he's just gonna like thrust and like throw his polearm in the air. Just catch it at the very end, so he has maximum reach. Just bring
Sure.
it down with hammer
Sweet. All right.
faced down. No flanking. 24 to hit for
Hits.
14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, so close. He does not look nice. He's barely standing.
Ooh. And then bonus action. Basically, I'm gonna use the momentum of the blow to get it back.
Okay.
And as it reaches the point where the arm guard is,
Mhm.
gonna do the bonk
Sure.
again for
Hits.
28 to hit for 9 points of damage.
That does it. He goes down on the ground. He is Gonzor. You do anything else?
Nope.
All right, Lisbeth, your turn. And as you went down, he says, "No!" from the back.
I will not be sorry for doing what is necessary.
All right, Lisbeth, your turn.
I'm going
Kid is traumatized.
to whack the enemy twice, but in this situation, can I use non-lethal? I mean, my weapon
Normally, yes,
is.
but it's a radiant weapon, so no.
Yeah, okay. Well, don't
I
die,
do
I
non-lethal
say.
attacks with my lightsaber. Whoop! Oh, there
So
goes an arm.
14, 7, yeah.
14.
I
So
only aim at the
second
toes.
attack. Ooh, 22.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Um, and I will.
Sorry, don't forget you have advantage on this because he's restrained.
Do you want me to fish for crit?
If you want to,
It's another 18.
one more time just to see if you crit.
I said 13. No,
Okay, no. All right. You
I'm
still have
going.
hasted action.
Yeah, yeah, those are both action and hasted action. As my bonus action, I'm gonna use my healing word on. Fridges also got hit, right? Oh no?
Uh,
Okay, then
I'm scotch free.
on
you should be
Bragma.
able to see how green they are on the aura.
Okay, hang on. I have my sheet open so I can't see anything.
I
I
see.
think I'm the only one that got hit.
Ah, okay,
And
cool.
not much.
Alright, then
So,
I shall heal with
Elizabeth
a
got
level 2 healing word
that's the
on
best.
Bragma.
Go ahead.
Ew, gross. 9.
I like the aura so far.
Wait,
Hopefully it doesn't bug out.
is he next to me?
No, he's
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Goop is right next to you.
Alright, cool. Yep, that's it.
Bridges, your turn.
Okay. Uh, I forgot. If the enemy is restrained, we get advantage on
That's right.
attacks. But if it is it only melee or does range also
No,
applies?
everything.
Everything, right? Okay. I will fire my ray of frost at the target.
Go ahead.
Try to aim for the head. 22 to hit.
It's
That will be 3d8 cold damage as I fires the ray of frost.
still
Okay.
alive.
Okay. I will dive down. Uh, I will dive down above his head, still uh, hovering, and I will try to slice his head clean off.
Go ahead.
Advantage.
Not you, the creature.
Cool.
Cool. Nice. That will be oh 6.
Oh, that's still
I'll
alive.
I'll fly up a bit, like 5 feet above him,
Okay.
and then I will say to Hakim, "They're gone, Hakim. They are no more than a beast. We should put them to rest."
You just hear him, like hobber at the back.
That's it. That's my turn.
All right, Goop, your turn. You have to shot, by the way.
What? So are you just killing them now, or
What would
It's
Goop do?
Always have been.
always have been. Are we killing them now?
I'll just crush him
Okay, with your hand, yeah.
with yeah, and then I look at Hakim with this face. Sorry.
If he can make the face,
Oh, he saves though. He's really buff.
Half damage, I think. Wait, does it say half damage? Yeah, half.
What's your damage though to have?
Goop is like,
3.
see, I give him a choice to take full or
Seriously?
half.
Oh, did you roll? Did you roll?
Yeah, I rolled a 6, so 3.
Ah, okay.
Right?
I don't see it, but it's fine. All right, so it's his turn.
1 plus 5, yeah. 6.
no, that's fine.
It's an action to break free from restraint, so he doesn't. What he does is he tries to, he kicks you twice. Still Goop.
As he attacks someone other than me, I will
Sent
try
him
to
out.
attack him. Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I still have my reaction. 23 for 12 points of piercing.
All right, he doesn't look hot, but he's still up.
These guys are buff.
Yeah.
Half
Yeah,
a six.
he kicks twice with disadvantage towards Goop. First one is 24 to hit. Does that hit?
No.
No.
Okay. 25 to hit on the second.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah.
What I do?
He deals a total of 21 points of bludgeoning.
Oh, goodness.
And something
Okay.
strange, as he kicks twice, like he's still restrained, he just does like a kick, windshield kick in front of you. But then as he does that, he pulls back, and there's like this glow across him, like an aura similar to one Brackmar has currently. It looks like he's patiently defending himself. And it is
What?
now Brackmar's turn.
Did I
You have
counterspell
disadvantage-
that?
No, it's a feature.
Does he lose
So-
concentration on haste?
Oh, that's right. Make sure you check. You have to roll for Constitution, and you have to beat. What is it? 24?
No.
Oh yeah,
you got
right. Because
20
it's
damage.
like 10 plus.
You got 21 on the
So
damage.
it's still 10.
Yeah, it's still
It's
10.
just
Yeah.
half of the damage, right?
Yeah.
Do I roll Constitution?
Yes. If it's
Constitution
lower
saving
than
throw.
10, you
Advantage?
lose haste. No, you don't.
He can't fail. He has a plus
He can
9.
Haney has a +9.
Yeah.
Shh, don't tell.
Well, we'll always consider one a fail. So. All right. So now it is Backmark's turn.
Yes. So I have a straight roll since he's dodging,
Mm-hmm.
and restrain and echo, right?
That's
Okay. Always have been 12
Holy
points of
shit.
damage.
right. You can hear
Wait.
him with the back to go. Please,
Oh,
my
right.
friend. He's like one blow of wind away from death. Oh, okay, that does it. He is
Ugh.
Gonzor.
To stay with the theme, instead of stabbing, I also go with the hammer. So all three have their skulls bashed in.
Oh
All
man.
right. As he gets crushed down onto the ground, also it flies towards the sky, this orange light, and then disperses. And that is the end of them. Uh, everyone make perception check.
Perceiving time.
That's right.
Perceiving time.
Wait.
Rockmore is high on adrenaline.
Oh
I don't
no.
like it.
11.
23.
11. Lisbeth, you're exhausted. I think you get disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Sad. Well,
Sad.
this is not attack. 18.
Still good.
So 18, 23, 20, and 11. So everyone except Frigis pretty much just sees the creatures fly off the sky. And you can see as the orange light flies up, as they disperse off, you see this very faint image of a flying creature just going off to the different direction. So this orange light flies up, and there's this bug-like creature that's just flying in the sky away from your eyesight.
Ew.
We've been
Not-
spotted, I think.
Not flying
Yeah.
beetle, right?
Might be. On one of the 23, it's a flying beetle. There's not really
think-
obstruction towards the sky. It's clear day. Yeah, you see that it's a flying beetle. A black beetle just disappears.
Can I try to inspect the corpse? Like, do you guys remember the churchman in the church of New Crest Hill? Like, he got corrupted and it made him kind of ghoulish. Is this a similar case?
Make a history check.
I guess why are you looking down? Didn't you see the? And then I got
See-
stunned for one round because of haste. Wearing off.
Oh, light. The corpse.
Um, you can see that it's the same vein. It's not exactly the same effect. For the with the 27, you could tell. The first one, when the priest from New Crest Hill touched the stone, he was corrupted by it. Like he just gave up all goodwill and became a slave of Orcus on the spot. For this one, you could tell that their bodies were being used as vessels by the demons that you had previously fought.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they were possessed, and
Yeah, pretty much. The other
So-
ones, instead of possessed, were like corrupted. These are possessed. So
So
Yes,
these are possessed, and when their bodies are of no use anymore, the demons inside just decided to leave, and now we have 3 corpses lying around.
And they're gonna
Sorry.
possess others' corpses?
I don't know.
everyone can make
Probably.
an Arcana roll if you want.
Potentially.
I would like to know if the act of bashing their brain in will keep them from using the body. Arcana, was it?
Yes.
17.
Wow. I mean,
Oh,
it's a
wow.
+0.
Bridges is the main character of the story, seems like. Will not make an Arcana roll. All right. For Goop and Lisbeth, you're just looking at the bodies, and for Frigis, you look upwards and you see these spectral dusts that are trails. It seems that the demons that were possessing these bodies, when they went up to the sky, and they dispersed and just flew off to different directions, you can see slowly that they sort of faded away. Like they're not meant for the material realm. So the reason they're possessing the bodies is because they cannot hold physical shape here. So unlike the one in the mansion, there was a portal they could actually go through. Here, it doesn't seem that way.
So they can't stay here for long, so they need a body to reside. I'm assuming that inside there will be probably be more of these. So
Maybe they
I'm
should take that as a clue and not stay here at all.
I'm sorry, Hakim.
If it is possession, then your will must be strong to continue. Your will is clearly broken. Go back to the hut.
Hakim,
No.
think of it this way. You are stopping your friend's body from being desecrated. That's the only way you can help them now.
He seems to calm down for a second. He keeps quiet. And then after a while, he just nods, anime style. He doesn't really give you a speech or anything like that.
I know
But
it's
not the
rough.
excessive kind, not like the Final Fantasies
Mm.
kind. Like, not
Death
necessarily.
flag.
Like, just nod. Tifa, I'll wait
That's
for you. Nonsense.
That's the Final Fantasy X, I think.
It's true. Like, Yuna, Tidus, I'll wait for you. Nonsense. Anyway, it looks like the bodies are here, being destroyed, ruined their tether from these demons, and the demons went up to the sky, and either they were destroyed or they teleported back to the other realm, to the 9 realms of fire, or whatever. You don't know.
Let's just continue. We got a
Indeed.
long road ahead. Grandma, why are you doing that? Like excessive movement. That's not totally not your style.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get rid of the blood spatters.
Side
You
effect
could
of
just
haste.
I mean I could just clean it out for you.
No,
Pretty please.
no.
Okay, fine.
Okay, for simplicity's sake, you guys travel here. He goes here. Now this time Hakim seems more resolved. Frigis follows, and from here you can see that immediately you are made with a choice of having to travel through a pathway. Imagine that's a straight line. There seems to be one more gigantic doorway here, similar to the one you've faced previously. It's cut off into 2 parts, just as before, and there seems to be 2 hallways that lead off left and right. From here, it's relatively plain. The only thing that you see is that the walls are, of course, have those circuitry lines that are present everywhere. And from here, you could see that there's the circle just at the hallway, and it's formed like a star, a diamond really that looks like a star, and it's a red one, similar to the one that you followed to get here.
Is this a portal?
Make it a concept.
No.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point, Blackmore.
You can make it a kind of check if you want. For this.
He says that as he has the big part just ready to scrape it out of the ground. It be.
It looks like it's carved into the ground. You can easily destroy it by just scratching all over it. It's not very deep into it. It's probably like half an inch groove down into the floor. Frigis looks at it, and it is absolutely not arcane. Not in the sense that you think. It affects the weave around you, but not necessarily in a way that traditional spells would. It's closer to a school of arcana that is relatively new. It is mostly developed in somewhere called Orensa, not so much in Goldenvale. They call it Artifice.
Oh, okay, Blackmore. It's not wizardry. It's not wizardry. It's called artifice. Artifice. It's practically a machine of swords.
You're trying to use fancy words to lie to me. Just look behind me. Did it used to be here?
What are you asking?
I'm asking our guide if that used to be here when he was there, or is it new, basically?
No, yes, that has always been here. They are
Well,
used to guide those who are lost, such as I.
then let's keep going.
All right.
Artifice. What now?
It's a new kind of thing he has to avoid now.
All right. So which way are you going? Left, right, or straight forward?
Hmm. This
Okay,
is a very important question.
where do we go?
The ones to the left leave us to the common areas. It is a place for newcomers to meet into the offices. I assume we would be able to find the general directory there if you are looking for something in particular. Going straight leads us to the hall, the Great Hall. Multiple tables and chairs, lined up with a great podium at the very end. This is usually the place where each newcomer, a new descendant of the temple, determines what their calling is to be. Some are hunters, some are crafters, some are more scholars. I myself fell into the livelihood of being a hunter. Uh, Tradition speaks of our Grand Master, Raul, Raulio, sees the spirit of each and every individual who joins the temple and can tell the value of the person. And upon placing a bandana on your head, you will able to sort out what is your best course of life. The sorting hat from Hogwarts, basically.
Sort, a sorting bandana. Hmm.
Gangster.
What
If
about the
one of
right?
your if one of your brothers were to survive by hiding inside, where would he be?
I assume it would be in the. I would take refuge in three places myself. One into the garrison, the place with all our arms and armory. If creatures were to attack us, that would be the number one place I would go to be able to arm myself. The second places would be the dormitory, especially those of the high scholar. Uh, Rather than basic rooms, they live in these grand libraries, and there's only one way to get in, and that is if you can prove to the temple that you are worthy and you are smart enough, and that you truly are a scholar of truth to be able to enter. And the last one, well, if they were to survive, they must have escaped and lived on the outskirts of the temple like me.
The ones we thought didn't have weapons. The only one that had was embedded inside him. So it may probably the garrison is still locked. So there might the chances of someone being there are not null. We should probably start there.
That's, that makes sense.
Garrison?
Yeah.
To
Okay.
travel to the garrison, you would have to take the path to the right.
Is it
Perfect.
dark in here?
It's not dark. There's this constant blue glow,
Ah.
like a RGB on those very high
Mhm.
expensive computers. Except it's just B, no R or G.
It's just B.
You travel
Right.
towards this area, closer
To
towards
the
the right
right.
side, and your echo is the one that's really traveling. And from here, you can see there's some small tables with some small flowers, general decoration. The flowers themselves are pretty much dead because of how they have been left alone for a month, although some are still alive but dry. Um, the walls off onto the side are filled with these circuitry boards. And as you reach towards the end, you're cut off with a fork in the road. It seems that there is a wall here that splits it off into two separate directions. You can either travel here or travel towards that direction here. I'm sorry, that's a very messy drawing.
I understand.
Oh, so it's like separate pathways.
That's right. He
Oh
explains
boy.
that to travel towards the right would lead you towards a lower level. And in the lower level, there is a garrison there that people generally use as a stock room. when people craft things and they're pretty low tier, that's where they would be putting them. But that takes about 30 minutes going down a really long spiral staircase. And the one on the right leads upwards towards separate section, and there is also another garrison there. But that's really for more of a training grounds area.
So the survivors would probably be down then.
They
Oh.
could take either one. It is closer to go towards the one downstairs than the one upstairs.
Would make
Rocco just
sense.
looks behind him.
Downstairs?
Lady Luck will show us the way. Briggis,
Downs.
you said downstairs, right?
Yeah.
Head or tails?
You heading upstairs?
No. I just flipped the coin.
Oh.
Let's go down.
Okay.
Alright.
Lady Luck will show us the way.
Yes.
Let me clear out this area. You go past a couple of staircases, and again, you're all together. At the end of the staircase, you find that you are in a very, very narrow hallway. So from there, let's pretend this is the staircase over here. Again, not an artist, so whatever.
It's a share.
It's a spiral chair. What I want to do. Okay. You guys are over here. That's the staircase, going around. And you are welcomed into a very small hallway. Oh, sorry, I should just make it simpler. From here to there. And there's a very small door here, about 7 feet in length. There's another door here. There is a double door here. And there is one at the very end, which is a simple 7-foot tall door. Hakim explains to you that the double door is where the garrison is, and the others are just dormitories for those who are destined to be fighters rather than hunters.
I want to try listen for like I walk to the middle of the hallway and try to listen for people noises.
Your perception roll.
You nice. 23.
You're listening, and you can hear some noises in here. These areas, these small doors, they don't generate any sound.
The double doors. There's a noise coming behind the double doors. What kind of noise? Like, is it
Footsteps.
footsteps? Footsteps inside the behind the doors.
Lady Luck showed us the way once again.
But is it the survivor's footsteps or those footsteps?
You one way to find out.
Yeah. How tall is the ceiling?
Yeah, but
About, let's say, 11, 12 feet.
I will hover so that I don't make footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll fly towards the door and then up. I position myself horizontally
Sure.
against the
Ceiling.
against the archways,
Okay, sure.
I think. And then I look to the others if they are ready.
Okay. You begin to
Like-
float towards that door, and you're keeping yourself closer to the archway, horizontal towards the upper section of the doorway. And from here, you see the door is already slightly open, slightly ajar.
Are you guys ready? I cast message to Brackmore. Are you guys ready?
Or what?
I don't know what's inside, so they might.
Survivors, obviously.
Okay then. As I position myself above the door, I will place my hand on the door and slightly open it.
Make a perception check and a stealth check to see how quiet you're doing it.
Oh,
I'm not saying they're enemies; they might be alive. Just how they react.
but that's an 11 for perception. As for stealth, that's a 6.
Well, about that. From here, this is what you currently see.
8 dragons inside.
You just give him ideas.
Oh man, here we go again.
This is gonna be 5, one for each.
Maybe, or maybe not.
5 dragons.
Wormling.
5 purple worms.
Oh no.
What is this happening to me? I don't understand.
What was
One
that
second.
body snatcher creature? Is
What?
there a
What?
body snatcher in 5e? I know there's a doppelganger.
I think there is, but I don't recall any on top of my head.
Okay, here we go.
I mean, if you
This is. I was wondering why that wasn't working.
count mind flayers as body snatchers, then I guess so.
Just
What do
like
I-
before, you see the corpses of 4 female humans,
Oh no.
and adversely also, you begin to see 4 of the creatures just hovering above their bodies, destroying and devouring the spirits of the bodies that are on the floor. And as you open the doorway, you're floating, like you're floating above it, and you just suddenly they go, and they begin to grab their tridents from the side, and from there, they begin to stab down onto the creature's body, and
Oh no.
they get sucked into the bodies, and they stand up. The 4 ladies that were inside
Previously
this room,
dead?
that were previously dead, yes, stand up, and they begin to look towards you again.
Oh no.
Unlike the ones outside, these ones are armed. And it
Weird.
looks like in here,
Or they're gonna do
2 of
even
them-
more damage.
2 of them have staves, and 2 of them have long swords. So the one on the right, these are the red, have staves, and the ones on the right with the blue have long swords.
Oh boy.
Oh, great.
Oh
Right.
great.
But it's already 10:24. I'd like to ask, are you ready? Are you able to run it for another encounter, or if everyone cannot extend? Because I know Lisbeth, for example, is a different time zone
Yeah.
than me.
It's
Yeah, so we can-
11:30. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
No,
It's
that's
all-
fine.
it's all right.
That's why I called it also. So, what will the party do? Will they be able to survive another encounter of these strong, physically perfect specimens that have been possessed by these creatures and find out what is happening inside the temple? But on top of that, the question remains, where will they find the information that will lead them towards the last stone that is important or needed to find the circlet, to find the sword, and to eventually prevent Orcus.
apocalypse.
So the apocalypse, yes. So Theodore, if you didn't hear, there were 4
there-
corpses.
There's a plumber that appeared out of nowhere for a problem I was supposed to hear about.
Yeah.
Never heard of.
No problem, no problem.
So I'm
So
gonna have to
basically, there were
came.
4 corpses in here, and on the 4 corpses, there were these demons from the mansion that you've met before, and they're sort of half inside, half outside. But as soon as Phrygius opens the door, she makes a lot of sound, and they stab the bodies. They get sucked into the bodies, and they stand up.
They're
The ones
possessing.
with the red dots, they have quarterstaffs, quarterstaves, and the ones on the right with blue have long swords. And these are all female versions of the ones you fought earlier today. But because it's 11:30 for Nelly, we're gonna call it today. And what will the party do? Will they survive? Will they figure out the secret of the last stone? Will they find the information here? What happened to Hakim's friends? Will they continue to be murdered? We'll find out next time when we play again next Wednesday. Thank you
Thank
for
you
playing tonight,
guys.
guys.
Yeah.
GG. All right, since now we're also inside the temple, I can prepare the map knowing